is me, BDB, and we are continuing on here with chapter 4. Yeah, chapter 4, daytime, Danganronpa. And yes, I am going to go to the same person that I did before. So anytime we have free time, I will be going to Hina. And here's Hina back in the music room for some weird reason. Makoto, did you want something? Should I talk to Hina for a while?
About that.
Were you worried about me?
Sorry.
That's nice of you. Yeah, after you called me all the marvelous. Hina was quiet and depressed, but I did what I could for her. Hina and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Hina a present? Yes, Jeffo! Okay, where's that go G6 G6. For me? Thanks, Makoto. This makes me feel a little better. Yeah. Was I able to cheer her up a little? Even though she's got like 3 of them off me? Is there no more dialogue? At plenty of time, I don't feel like just sitting here. I should go somewhere. So I was just going through there about the dialogue that she'll say, and that doesn't come up. I think it's because she was depressed there, because that's a totally different dialogue, you know, between the whole love, the like, the okay, the dislike, and hating of presents. There's about 10 different dialogues. Of course, I actually have nothing else that she likes anymore, so... Oh well, I guess she would be depressed because of Sakura, because of everyone acting like that was Sakura. No, it's a gun. Actually, I would want repeats, wouldn't I? We got the G6! Oh, I wasn't even going for that, but I think it's the only thing there that I have that Hina would like. Fucking hell, huh? Hina! I know I heard that in Golden Kamuy, but don't know what it can mean. Oh, Sakura!
I'm sorry.
I appreciate the thought, but I like to be alone right now. I need time to myself. I need to think. Oh, that's one skill I haven't developed too much. And Hina, she's not gonna talk to us, is she? Listen, I'm really sorry, but I kind of want to be alone right now. No, all that time. I got a lot I need to think about. Kyoko's not gonna talk to us. Still the first person we come across. Oh, sure, why not? Let's see. When are we ever gonna get out of here? Not that I'd have much to look forward to if I did get out. Should I hang out with Toko for a while? Spend some time with Toko.
What's your problem?
What, more pity? Aren't you such a good person showing me all this pity? I spent some time with Toko. Toko and I grew a little closer today. Would you like to give Toko a present? Yes, definitely. What would you like to give her? Okay. Let's see. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. No. It has a name there, right? So, Rose in Virtue. Come on, I'm not crossing anything out, am I? Oh god, seriously? Cherry Blossom Bouquet, is that what she likes? She loves as well? Okay, that's what she loves. I can't forgive this. I'll never forgive you for being this nice to me. Seeing Toko so pleased with something I gave her makes me happy.
What's your problem?
This, as such, soon...
And that's the secret origin story of Monokuma!
Good.
Hina! Are you okay? What happened?
She killed her. Genocide Jill killed Hina!
You gotta be kidding!
not adorable. My beautiful scissors!
Sorry about that, guys. I didn't realize my mic was up. I had to go away for a bit there, and I didn't realize for the last 6 minutes, with the mic up, it didn't pick up any of the audio. By the time I finished taking care of Hina's injury in the nurse's office, she seemed to have finally regained her composure. Thank you. Are you sure you're feeling better? Yeah, it really was just a scratch. But still, that was super close. If I hadn't yelled out, you'd be dead right now. It's all thanks to me, you know. Yes, well, 1,000 thanks to you, sir. So sarcastic. That just makes you sound even more hostile. Well, you actually could have helped her. But man, I couldn't believe it. I was so positive I was about to see someone's life come to an end. If I ever saw something like that, I'd never be able to sleep again, which would suck. I love sleep. Yeah, never mind the person who actually died, right? Hey, Hina, what the heck happened? Oh, we just got into a fight and I lost my temper and flew off the handle.
Terrible!
But it's cause she's so awful. Just the most super awful girl ever. Come on, go easy on her. It's probably cause of her complicated home life. Forgive and forget, yeah?
I don't want to hear it!
No, not a chance. She just pisses me off. She pisses me right off. It's seriously scary when a woman sounds like that. Okay, there we go. Ah, no, no.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay, next dialogue. Let me guess. The fight was because of Sakura. At first, I tried to just ignore it. If you let jerk buttholes get to you all the time, you'll never have time left to live your life. But she wouldn't let it go, so I just, without thinking about it, I felt like I wanted to punch her a dozen times.
Serious?
A dozen punches isn't really without thinking. And when things got out of hand, Genocide Jack got let loose, right?
Sorry.
It's my own fault, but I just couldn't take it anymore. Because she was saying all these terrible things about my friend, you know? Before I knew it, Hina's eyes started welling up with tears. And just like that, the tears were on the brink of spilling over. The door to the nurse's office burst open. I thought the door was going to fly off its hinges. And there she stood before us. Hina. Sakura. You're hurt. What happened? Oh, nothing. It's not a big deal. Makoto, Hiro, what's the meaning of this? It wasn't me. It was Genocide Jill. It's all that the murderer's fault. You're hurt, Hina. Damn you now. Leave me alone. What hurt her? What is this?
How dare you!
What is this? I'm okay, really. It's just a scratch.
No forgiveness!
Unforgivable.
I can't forgive this!
I can't forgive them. Hiro, if you want to hate someone, hate me. You want to hurt someone, hurt me. I don't hate you exactly.
I can't forgive this!
Why? Somebody save me! He only nearly tripped over himself as he ran screaming out of the nurse's office. But just a second later, what's going on?
Hey.
Kyogagiri, what's all this noise about? Kyoga stood in the doorway of the nurse's office, taking Hiro's spot in the room.
It would seem...
I gather something happened? Kyoko, please, you have to stop Sakura. You don't need to stop me. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything. I'm drawing a line right here and now. Drawing a line? But wait, Sakura! Hina sprang into action, leaving the nurse's office to chase after Sakura. The only ones left were... Awkward! I'ma just leave. I can't get to the door! Kyoko? Are you still mad? Yeah, I
That's
figured.
fine.
It's fine. Huh?
Whew.
About that issue we discussed earlier, it doesn't matter anymore. Anyway, there's something else I wanted to talk to you about.
Whew.
Then, do you forgive me for not being able to talk
In
about
other
it?
words,
You could have told me about Sakura and Monokuma fighting, but you stayed quiet. You know anything of Sakura, and that's why you didn't tell me, right? You didn't want to confuse everyone until you could talk to her and be sure of what you saw. That's what you were thinking, that's why you didn't tell me, right? Yeah. Think like that?
I wouldn't have expected such arrogance from you.
What?
Because
Because other me, that means you don't trust me. No, that's not it. Yeah, that is it, dude. But if that's how you feel, I can't really change your mind. I'm sorry.
that's fine.
It's fine, I already forgotten about it. Besides,
And
I may have overreacted. Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, it's over and done with. Like I said, let's just forget about it. Oh, okay, thank you.
whew.
What is it you wanted to talk to me about?
Indeed.
Actually, I'd like you to come somewhere with me. I have business there. Where?
So,
Just come with me and you'll find out. I guess.
Shall we
but-
go?
Well then, shall we get going? With her typical indifference, Kyoko turned and walked away, saying in a brisk pace, "Oh, we're going to our room!" Ah, Kyoko. I hurried to catch up. Oh my god, we're going to her room. Well, I bet you anybody. Ooh! She walked ahead in silence. And in silence, I chased her. And eventually, we arrived. Ah. The dressing room? So, there's something else you mentioned.
indeed.
That's right, it has to do with Alter Ego. But you said we didn't need Alter Ego anymore.
Wrong.
I didn't say we didn't need him. I just said he had done his job. Besides, it's not us that needs Alter Ego. He has business with us. Huh?
Right.
Alter Ego asked me to bring others to come see him. Apparently he has something he wants to ask us. Alter Ego wants to ask us something.
Correct.
Alter Ego asked me to bring others to see him. Apparently, okay. Keep repeating. Hello. So it's just the two of you, Kyoko and Makoto? Kyoko's fingers glided across the keyboard. Is 2 not enough? No, it's okay. 2 should be plenty. But what is it he wants to ask us?
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we? Kyoko typed in the question. What did you want to ask us? Oh yeah, so I'd like you to take me somewhere where you can connect me to the school network.
What?
Kyoko and I quickly glanced at each other. She replied, "Why?" Well, you said my job was done, right? But to just stop here, saying I've finished my work, I don't want that.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here.
That's right.
That's what Master would want too. So, to help everyone else, to solve the mystery of this school,
Right.
the only way I can help is if you connect me to the school's network. But if you did that, that's basically suicide. I'm positive the mastermind would find out about it. They'd find you and they'd... You agree, right, Kyoko?
So,
I realize how dangerous it can be. But still, I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay.
Gonna do my
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. I couldn't help but get lost in that voice. It was just too committed. Too admirable. Too fragile.
Hey,
Remember what you asked before, Makoto? You asked what the difference is between a person and a program, right? No? Did he? I thought that was Hiro.
certainly.
Yeah, when I talked to Alter Ego, I don't know. I have no idea how to answer that question. I think maybe that's a question even the program's creator can't answer. But I can say
Correct.
this. There's no question that Alter Ego is our friend. Kyoko. To be honest, I didn't want Alter Ego to push him in himself anymore. Because if we take any more risks, the mastermind really will notice. But
Makoto.
let's do it, Makoto. Let's connect Alter Ego to the network. But
Hey,
he's our friend, so I want to take his feelings into consideration. And he says he wants to fight alongside his friends.
now,
If you were in his place, could you just sit by and do nothing in this situation? If you saw everyone else fighting and doing their best, could you just look the other way? Or would you stand up? Stand up tall next to everyone else and tell them you're their friend.
So,
Hey, are you guys fighting? If it's about me, please
I
don't.
want to believe in myself.
I want to be able to say, I know I can do this.
Leave it to me.
So please, let me try.
listen.
And besides, there's one place where the mastermind might not notice. One place?
That's right.
Remember? There's another place besides here where there's no surveillance camera. A room without a surveillance camera. The secret room. That's it, the secret room you told me about. I definitely remember there was no surveillance camera in there.
Indeed.
And I do believe you can connect to the network from there. I remember seeing an Ethernet port on the wall.
However,
However, just because there's no camera there doesn't mean there's no danger. There's no way to be sure the mastermind isn't monitoring the network somehow. We'll also have to move Alter Ego, and the mastermind may spot us going into the secret room. If they pick up on any of this, it's all over. You're right.
that's what we have to do.
But despite all that, I still think we need to try.
Correct.
Because that's our best chance of finding any new clues. Kyoko. In that case, will you let me carry him? There's no way you can hide him with what you're wearing, right? So let me do it.
It's true.
Okay then, I'll leave it to you. Thank you.
So then,
Then let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? We start packing them up right away. I close the laptop stuff down underneath my jacket. It tickles. Shh! You can't talk right now. We're going to move you to another room until we get there. You have to be absolutely quiet, silent, okay? Understood. Command has been implemented. Good. To have him react like a machine like that all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables. In one of the desk drawers, so there might be a network cable in there.
However,
Assuming the mastermind has antenna already. Well, all we can do is go and check for ourselves.
it's true.
Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. To the toilet we go. To the toilets we go. To the toilet, to the toilet, to the toilet, to the toilets on the second floor we go. Dobby the
Hey.
boys' toilet. Hey, Makoto.
Why?
Are you sure all the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Did you not just go in and check at all? Go and check again.
Listen to me.
Just hurry up and go. And to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful. I thought I made her mad again somehow.
Just a second.
Why are you standing there? Hurry up and go. Okay, I'm going.
So then,
Be thorough. I'm counting on you. What are you counting on me? There's nothing to count. Except for my nipples. There's only like 4. Okay, first we have to find a network cable. Oh my god, there's one. According to Kyoko, there should be a bunch of cables in this drawer. Found it. This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately go to work. I pulled out the laptop and connected it to the ether port to the cable. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help. So please just wait a little while longer.
I'm gonna
Just hold
do
tight
my
and
best.
put your faith in me. As I was about to leave, I decided to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're going to get out of here, you and all the rest of us, as friends.
Huh?
Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Makoto. God damn it! It's enough to make a grown man cry!
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, It went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. Then there's nothing left for us here.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That much was for sure. Ah, Kyoko!
What?
Yes? So we're just gonna
Why
split
is
up?
that?
Of course, I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but not a little too direct. Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done, it's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there is no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we... If we can find some new clue that would likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for right now. Which is why alter ego...
Correct.
All we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right. That's our only option. Indeedy. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kind of tired, so I lay down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, I completely dozed off. Ding dong! Hello! Huh? The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Fuck do you want, Muppet? I was asleep! Ruh-oh. Makoto, get out here. Kyoko, what's going on? Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Makoto, Kyoko, Hina, what's wrong? So something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura. Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window. But I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do?
Anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. The door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're gonna force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then why?
It seems...
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words.
Another way. Either way, the door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in.
Indeed.
I smashed the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll get something to break it with. Right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long. Here. Pen and broom. In the classroom. Use it.
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto? Well, 'cause I'm a guy, yeah. Really, I can take this stuff. Come on, please, hurry. Okay, you two stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window, all it took was one solid hit. Crash! The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jolting the chair leaning against the door. The chair is pretty heavy, but if I can I pushed on it with all my strength and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... She was cool as ice. All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then... ding, 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 dong.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
All-Star Apologies, Deadly Live.
Huh?
Huh?
Sakura's dead? She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered what she was confirming that Sakura really was dead. Checking for a pulse or reaction. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone. Ogre?
Yes.
Oh, she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say? No. Whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you, Hiro, Byakuya, Toko. One of you killed Sakura. What? You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation. I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hate her. You hated the sight of her.
I can't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much by just getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on!
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
A Monokuma
That's right, it's the next Monokuma file. And don't get so mad, Miss Asina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, hold on. There's something I want to ask you. Huh? It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura.
Say what?
Haha! Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again,
In
and
other words,
then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. The whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, it saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Cause even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that. It would have been, yeah.
Hey,
I gotta tell ya, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by tagging me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
darn.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
Gee, you owe them one? Oopsie! Before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't forgive
I
you.
hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have the time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay. Then Hina is guard number 1. But we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine. I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro? Byakuya? Toko? None of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't forgive
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to force you, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a
It's all
compromise?
clear now.
I won't ask you to let any of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro? Do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know he's Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine. I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen.
It's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
Listen to me.
all of us face execution. Find out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! Investigate. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in a rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong bullet to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma File 4 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
So,
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right?
in other words,
In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. The locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life and right before our very eyes like this?
hey,
I'm curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails. Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we need to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun, you shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe. Too small of a group that just came along.
it's
so
true.
no. And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
In
Not a locked
other
room?
words,
By that I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see, this is a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locker room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then Kyoko, which of these 4 choices seems to the most likely in this case?
It's true.
It's a question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. Right now, I can't really say. I see. When the killer set the locker room, until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else. This looks like some kind of wrapper. Ah, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jill had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean,
Because I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all flavor. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper. Ooh, something smashed. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor. Has been added to the troop bullets. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Figure on the floor. And there's your mystery. There are 4 red balls lined up on the shelf. And inside each ball there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how they get those figures inside the balls.
So,
It's no different than you stand there shipping a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the ball placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh, yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the Monokuma version of that. Monokuma ball, if you will. Monokuma ball has been added to bullets. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. No, you're not. It's actually very easy, but... Look, the Monokuma ball sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma ball, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma ball was the weapon. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? That doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine shelf bloodstain. Ooh. Huh? The lock is open. And there on the inside it's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion they popped out and joined the rest of the group?
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, the locker was already open at that point.
Indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then what does the handprint mean? Well, there was somebody in there before having hot, steamy patty cakes. Like a handprint. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her. According to the Monokuma, she also had vomited blood, and I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? Monokuma specifically says she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body has been added. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? No chance. Byakuya?
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. Hey, my boy Makoto's using his head.
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. And let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me, she said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon, and the Monokuma says she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets. I know. Owl's account. The fact that she had asked those three to meet her here, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise,
Certainly.
right? Certainly. They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Maybe not in mind. Maybe not in mind. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room. Proteinzyme X, Chem 2.
So,
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein, and she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart. I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the chem lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside. But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. What does that matter? Can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of this. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. An important clue? Not sure how. Not sure I see how. Ooh, it's obvious. Empty protein drink. Boo, 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 boo,
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her here in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go to see her? Of course not. I wrote the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go to see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Oh, okay, thanks. God. Just go F you, Byakuya. Byakuya's account. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Great, can we leave? Let me examine the scene as much as possible. Chair. Fucking hell. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't open the door. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair has anything special done to us. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning, the door from opening, and there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Really? Really? We already knew that and I had to click on it?
Listen.
Have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so for the most part.
So then
you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty so I can't leave, which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided. She's gotten a little more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with two other people. I need to hear what they have to say. Finally, we're gonna leave. Oh my god, just let me fucking leave! Jesus Christ, click on the door any other time you're allowed to leave. Those two are probably back in their rooms. Toko. Press the doorbell. Ding dong, hello! Anything sounds? Huh?
Who's there?
Ugh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Oh no. She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Also, annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master 2? Oh, I just said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? No. Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my little room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account. Dead, alive, dead, alive. How the hell did Yasuhiro left? I pressed the doorbell. Ding dong. Hello, I'm at Irvy's Inn. What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wants to meet with you. What? But how do you know about that? What? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? I'm not the only one she wants to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? What? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet her with her, of course. But she didn't write you a note? Yeah, I know. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong!
No, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
the last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the Ursa's office.
Don't look at me!
I haven't seen her since then. Then how'd she give you the note? Well, I'm here. Can you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on!
Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goopy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. When he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pockets. Huh. Look at the wind. Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on!
Hey, sorry. Just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet me with me. But I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that it was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. No, because how did he get that? Pocket trash. Okay, so I've heard him talking Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again. But on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can I found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Let's check out the rec room.
Hey,
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro told me.
see.
I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress on my own. Suckers by the shelf of magazines and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look over them one more time. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Oh, there it is! Yeah. Huh, this magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in blood, bloody letters. And it said, Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this...
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was right like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, looks like it. What the heck? Then she's the killer, right? But while it hasn't been confirmed
I
yet,
won't forgive
itself, she's the killer, for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine time message. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma balls. Something new. Something new.
Hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the balls. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. A correlation? What is it? The horse and queen are missing. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
so...
Don't mind guiding you toward clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Well, that's your own fault now, isn't it? Monokuma Ball has been updated. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma balls that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? Experiment?
Anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma ball? Try to get the small pieces too. Are you sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like
that
that?
doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine, and the Byakuya is not here,
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. Took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. Sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen,
First, let's compare the weight of 2 of the normal Monokuma balls.
in
Balls.
other words,
Which means each Monokuma ball weighs about the same. Which makes sense. Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the
so
weight.
then,
Now here comes the important part. All the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might you expect to see? A normal assumption would be either they balance out or the pieces I collected would be lighter. I do my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here
so
and
then,
there. Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
This is like a...
In other words,
The result of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together. I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Yeah, there was 2 bottles missing. Monokuma bottle experiment. There's some kind of plastic. Isn't that why he wanted to check? I thought that's why he wanted to check, but I guess not. Yep, same stuff before. And he wanted to check the locker anyway. Now we were told the locker's open and then on the inside, handprints. Handprint down here. Didn't she say to check 3 things out? The blood, the... No. Well, the blood, that. What else did you say to check?
in other words,
The our equipment and the correlation. Okay. That was very good. Balls has in common. There's apparently an important secret hidden in there. Great. The area, yep. I thought I said there was 3 things. Maybe not. up the stairs. Chem lab.
What?
To this village. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yep, you got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. No, what I meant to say, Byakuya, is fuck you. This is my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. More important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have spilled.
So in other words...
That's right, it could only spill around the time of the incident. And if that really is what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the power. Source of the powder! Power. Wow, they're big footprints. I wonder who owns them. These are footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the 4th line. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and pen. Well, let's go, chop chop. God, yeah, just choppy his head off. So I got to work, and before long, I drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad for you, I mean. For me.
See.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever did these footprints only had business on the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me. Good for you. These footprints must be...
certainly
Makoto,
possible.
are they yours? No. Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Oh, they're too big? Unfortunately, I must admit, these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? With how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. Let's see, what's on the shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled the letter A and a number. So I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh, but wait. There's one bottle here labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. It's where it came from. I was Chem C4, right? Yeah, you said. On this shelf, there's one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These are like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving section C. First I have to check out this area. Okay, I guess B. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Possibly they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? No, it really doesn't. It's never affected my freaking life in 28 years.
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So you can consider this part of the shelf being unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. I should try to find out more about the shelving units. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A, dietary supplements. Section B has regions, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Section must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. I wouldn't say that. But what concerns me is that Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on here. Lab shelf. We know the powder, oh my god, really? Jesus Christ. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. Alongside the bottle was labeled KMC4. Also, it looks like someone left footprints in the powder. Yeah, we know all this. According to Byakuya, the powder had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprint in powder. Why was that added when I already clicked on it? I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. Yay, rec room time. Leave the area. Alright, we're back here. Let's look at that rapper. Yeah, that's a Sonic Crash, you guys. So we're 7, she found the thing. Blah 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 blah. Brilliant. There's shards of glass scattered all around. The chance I was sitting on, the glass is all red. Don't go on about the bottle thing again. Oh yes, we know that already. Toko Hina.
I won't forgive you.
Let's kill, I'm sure of it. The magazine proves it. We've got the killer. Sakura herself. According to Kyoko, there's something that should be discovered from Sakura's body.
Just a second.
Just staring off in this place isn't going to help you figure anything else. How do you know? Well, yeah, I know. But
Hey.
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. Like me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still sometimes I can't play a cameo art. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you?
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind. More importantly, look here. Her shoes.
correct.
You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Actually, with the footprints, it's not. Yellow powder has been added to it. Next is the wound to her head. Look
It's
carefully. Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just
It
explain.
would seem.
It appears that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, when you say. And there's one more interesting
Correct.
thing. Both her hands are spotless. There's actually no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Hey. Kyoko's examination summary. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Here we go. Ding dong, bing bong.
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
Yeah,
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
See you soon. It's already time. The mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then, the ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery! What the? Oh, I've just really discovered the power of the emoticons! Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive!
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body! Laughy face! This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? Cry face! He's right, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait!
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. But what the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. Can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at
I
me!
don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet someone killed her. That person is here. That person, one of us. And that person is done for now! Well, it wasn't us. But there you go. Oh, let me ask you guys, who do you think it is? And if you already know, were you able to guess who it was automatically straight away when it's kind of obvious when you really think about it? Let me know down in the comments. I want to know if you guys were smart enough to figure it out, or were you unfortunately just like me overthinking absolutely everything? But anyway, that is it from me. BDB, I will see you